Okay, today we're going to read a story called Up, Up, and Down, and it goes over like cause and effect, okay? So before we start, going to go over it again, okay? So it says, the cause is why something happened, and the effect is what happened, okay? And we talked about that the cause can have more than one effect, okay? So earlier I gave the example, if Miss Gafford and I just came to school one day and didn't have any plans at all, who would that affect?
Y'all. Us and y'all.
Everybody, right? And it would affect Miss Gafford's class and Miss Zorn's class, right? Because we didn't have any plans. And then it would affect, how long could it affect?
For weeks.
For a long time, right? It could affect us for the rest of the week. Can you get a new set of headphones? Try that. Thank you. And then, so it would affect us for the rest of the week, right? And then on Tuesday, you would have to do double the work. So there was one cause, we didn't come prepared, but how many things did it affect?
Like 5.
Like multiple things, right? So there's one cause and it can have multiple effects. Okay? And then yesterday we went over implicit and explicit. So it says cause and effect relationships can be implicit or explicit. So if implicit means that they don't tell us word for word, we have to use context clues to figure out the relationship. What do you think explicit means?
They do tell us.
Yes, they clearly state it. They say word for word what the relation is, or what the cause is and what the effect is, okay?
Some of our state daily.
Yeah, some of our sit dailies have that. Alright, I'm going to read the story, okay? And throughout, I'm going to stop and I'm going to give you the cause of something, and I want you to try to tell me the effect it had. Alright, up, up, and down. Did you ever see basketball players leap high into the air to shoot a ball into a basket? Or even higher still to block a shot? How do they jump so high? The trick is to beat Earth's gravity. Because of this force, a person is pulled to the ground. To move away from this force, you need energy. Alright, so let's stop there and look. If the cause is Earth's gravity, focus here, I know, it's a little distracting. If the cause is Earth's gravity and its force, what's the effect it has on us? So let's look in the first paragraph. What effect does it have on us?
They can jump. Basketball players can jump really high.
They can, some can, but let's look here in the first paragraph. It says we're talking about Earth's gravity and its force. That's our cause. What would be the effect on us? What do you think the effect would be?
The force it pulls.
The force it pulls on us, so it pulls us to the ground. All right, very good. So the cause was Earth's gravity and its force, and the effect on us was it pulls it to the ground. Okay, let's keep reading. Think of a spring, or better yet, think of a spring in a pogo stick. Do y'all know what a pogo stick is?
It's a stick that you...
Yeah, very good. All right, so it says, think of a spring, or better yet, think of a spring in a pogo stick. Your weight on the stick presses the spring down. That stores energy in the spring. When that energy is released, it is enough to lift the stick and you off the ground. All right, so if we're saying, so we jumped on the spring, it was up, and then we closed it down when we jumped on it, right? So all of our weight's on it. So that's our cause, the weight on the spring. What effect do you think it has on the spring and us? So let's look in the paragraph again. So your weight on the stick presses the spring down, so that's our cause. What do you think an effect is? There could be more than one. Marte, what do you think?
The stored energy in the spring.
Yes, very good, yep. So the first effect it had is the energy from our weight squeezes down on the spring. What happens next, Marte? If the spring is down like this, what happens next when we jump on it?
It goes down low.
Okay, it's down low right now.
And then when you put your weight on it, it comes up.
It shoots up.
It shoots up.
That's the next thing. Very good. So you can see it says that stores energy in the spring, so that was our first effect. And then the second effect was when that energy is released, it is enough to lift the stick and you off the ground. So that's the second effect, okay? All right, let's keep reading. Will you put your book on the table for me? Thank you. In a similar way, you can build up energy in your legs. If you stand straight and then try to jump, you can. You may be able to lift off the ground an inch or so, but that's all. That's why you bend at the knee before you jump. When you bend, it is as if you are pumping a spring in your legs. Release that spring and you go up. Of course, the energy is not nearly enough to overcome Earth's gravity. That is why Earth will always pull you back down. All right, so we have another example of a cause and effect. Did anybody know what I'm talking about? Can anybody see in there? We're talking about jumping. And what did they say help us jump higher?
Gravity.
No, gravity is the one that pulls you down. What helps you jump higher?
Bending your legs.
Bending your legs. So our cause would be bending our legs, bending our knees, right? Marte, what would be the effect of that? If bending our knee is our cause, what was our effect? What did they say in here in the story? Let's let Marte have a chance to figure it out. So if we try to jump with our legs fully extended and we only jump like an inch, what do you think happens when we bend our knee? What do you think it is? If it talks about right here, if your legs are straight, then you only jump up like an inch, right? But if we bend our knee before jumping, what do you think will happen?
You put a spring.
Yeah, it's like your knees are like springs, so when it's bunched up and you jump, you'll jump higher. So that was our relationship. The bend in your knee caused you to jump higher. What if we did it this way? The cause is that you jumped with your legs straight. They weren't bent. What do you think the effect would be?
You
Wait,
wouldn't
say that
jump really
again?
high.
You wouldn't jump really high. If I said that the cause or your legs are straight when you jump, what effect would that have on your jump?
It wouldn't like push you up all the way.
Right. So it was like if the spring in the pogo stick was already straight out, would you jump very high?
No.
No, it's when you put your weight on it and push down and then bounce up. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's read over this one more time as the final thing we do. Go ahead, read it for us, Macy.
The cause is why something happened. The effect is what happened.
Okay. Do you want to read this one for us, Isaac?
Cause and effect relationships can be implicit or explicit.
Okay. And Marte, can you read this for us?
A cause can also have more than one effect.
Very good. All right. Y'all whisper read the story, and I'm going to walk around and check on the groups, okay?
Can I use the bathroom?